grew up in the shadows of the Heritage Foundation and the CIA, as my father was tied into and involved in all that. I have more important videos that I need to make, but I want to say one thing real quick here today. If you want to know what the current CIA propaganda is, watch Sean Ryan. Because you don't just leave the CIA and get to yap your mouth. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. My father had to pass away and leave me the answers in freaking code to what I didn't have already. Do you understand me? Okay? There is a reason why Snowden left the country. The Heritage Foundation has deep connections to the CIA and has deep connections to Project Paperclip. A lot of that authoritarian fascist views with these, former Third Reich members that they push through. Our intelligence agencies, CIA, NASA, etc., push these views throughout those systems. The Heritage Foundation has a long history of connection with CIA and also, obviously, the policies adopted by our Republican presidents, and especially since Reagan. That's the path that we've been on. He is part of that. He reposts stuff all the time. So when you hear them talk about the grid going down, know that it will, because it's been their plan. It's been the Heritage Foundation's plan to ruin our infrastructure. So that we can sit here and say, doesn't the government do a bad job? The funny thing is, it's about to fall apart, and a lot of it that's going to fall apart is privatized. But you're not going to hear that. And my prediction is the reason why a lot of these technocrats claim that they need all this freaking money for the infrastructure around AI is so that when the old grid comes down, they can come in as our saviors. But I need you to know that this was the plan the whole time to take control. It's been decades in the works, at least since the early 70s, if not before then. And he is an operative of that agenda. That's why he's trying to push we need to go figure everything that's going on in the other countries. That's why he's pushing the grid's going to go down and there's going to be these attacks locally to freak us all out. If you want to know the current CIA agenda, go watch Sean Ryan. That's what they want to feed us. And I think it's obvious to most at this point that they created a system of dependency for a reason. So it gets increasingly more difficult to try to form some communal living environment because you're going to be met with all these different regulations on the township, local level. It's difficult to harness your own energy without tying it into the grid. Do you see what I'm saying? So this has been a purposeful cycle of dependency that they have put upon us, even when it goes into depending on technology and even getting us away from doing basic mathematics, all of it. It's all just been part of this dependency so that when they pull away from us, when they take away from us via climate change disasters and our failed infrastructure and throw us into chaos, we're going to be dependent on them is their goal. So to whatever they need, because they're going to save us, whether it be they have like lovely camps for us to go into that also will put us to work in organic farms. Do you see what I'm saying? Or whatnot. They are absolutely planning to become masters of this chaos, and Sean Ryan is a plant promoting that.
All right. Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha and she said a mouthful. I just let the whole thing play. But the excuse is loading. All right. The excuse right now is loading. They're getting ready to make a move on a massive scale. Now, the scriptures speak about individuals who get down like this. If I just type in, let me see, lock here. You see, Isaiah 29:15, woe unto them that seek to hide their counsels from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. All right, and this is what she spoke about with the podcast, Sean Ryan. All right, who that guy, I believe he had on somebody some months ago that was speaking about uh, the attempt on Donald Trump, if you know what I'm talking about, and had insider information. I guess about a second or a third one, because these people have mouthpieces. They're controlling the narrative. All right, the things that you see on television are not there to inform you. They're there to either distract you or they're there to program you. Okay. And people go into the word, why they use the word programming, because that's what it's there to do. Okay, America is not a free country. Okay, well, only thing you're free to do is work and enrich your masters. Okay, there's an illusion of freedom. All right, they make you feel good about being in debt. Okay, they make you feel good about not having any power over your own family. Okay, they make you seem like you're a nice guy. A nice guy is not a good thing. Okay, you're a nice guy. You're a good husband, and then those things are synonymous. No, a good husband should be synonymous with a ruler, a man of strength, a man that can critically think. You know, a man that has a code that doesn't rely on, voting for some clown. Okay, which voting is bullshit, because the real power it always boils down to violence. All right, whoever has the militia, that's who's in charge. Okay, that's not the nature of power to take a bunch of power and give it away. No. Okay, and so when you have to undo these things when you come into the truth and understand who's who and what's going on. You have to understand these things. Okay, that what you see on television is not all there. As a matter of fact, the majority of it, just like an iceberg, is beneath the surface. Okay, I'm going to read this again. It says, woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us. All right, and then this is the sentiment of our rulers, because these men are cowards. Okay, these men are cowards. All right, now I typed in something on the GPT the other day. I was just Googling and probing at it to see what it was. Now I mentioned the Amalekites. Okay, and one thing that it said, look, biblical evidence of Amalekite cruelty. It says the Amalekites attacked the weak and stragglers of Israel after the Exodus. So what this means is they have a propensity to attack the weak. Okay, they don't have any scruples. They don't have any morals, any code. When you read the scriptures, you can go to Numbers that tells us laws on how to handle everything, including warfare. Okay, you don't just kill a bunch of kids and you know unless explicitly told to do so by the Heavenly Father for a specific reason, as i.e. the Canaanites, i.e. the Amalekites. And you can read right here by why the Lord commanded us to go against the Amalekites that way. Because look, okay, they attack weak and stragglers of Israel. Okay, it says described as ruthless and cowardly. Yeah, it says attacking those who were exhausted. Okay, so these are not people that are upright, that like to just do things head up. No, Esau fights battles that he knows he can win. He fights battles that he's already pre-sabotaged. Okay, and if you think you Edomite militia guys, okay, you think you're gonna go up against the U.S. government and win, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, you're gonna get some blows, but it's all gonna be for the glory of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, because it's his will that you all fight, and it's his will that America is destroyed. Okay, so this guy has developed a great sword for a reason, because he's not a good fighter. Okay, like what Craig dad said in Friday, you're so quick to pick up a gun. You're basically calling them weak. And that's what Esau is. Okay, so nothing has changed. Okay, he's still the same weak, coward fugitive running around the earth. Won't even announce himself. Okay, changing his name, changing different landmarks, telling you you can't look into this. All right. Why is he doing all of that? You know? Verse 16, Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay, for shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding? And this is exactly what the Edomites do. They say, we know how we got here. Even though he ain't explored, 5% of the ocean. He can't even see all of the heavens, and it's stretching out further, even as we speak. Okay? I know how we got here. I can explain it. I seen all of the elements. Okay? He can't break down DNA, but he knows. All right? There's a boastful, proud spirit on these individuals, and that's for a reason. And that's why the Lord set him over us, because the scriptures say what in Daniel? Okay? The Lord is showing the earth something. Where is it? Salakia. The Lord is showing the earth something in Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones. All right, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruled in the kingdom of men. All right, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. All right, and so he's set here for a reason. Okay, you gotta lock in, because the scriptures say what? Let me see. Yep, 1 Thessalonians 5. I can really go to verse 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. And you want to be in the audience, the spiritual audience that Paul is talking to, because those are the elect are among them. Okay, because the elect are not going to be caught off guard. Okay, why does he say you know yourselves know perfectly, but other people don't? You don't want to be in the camp of people that are just in darkness. Know that they're an Israelite, but they just still have no idea what's happening. Okay? Don't know what the next steps are. Don't know what the next prophecies are. Okay? Are not watching and praying. Okay? The scriptures say watch and pray, man. Are y'all in that spirit, or do you just know that you're an Israelite? It says, verse 3, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right, and that's a lot of Israelites, man. Because a woman, she'll know that she's pregnant, but she don't know the time that her labor is gonna hit. Okay, and so if you know that you're pregnant, you don't need to take a road trip. Okay, your ass need to be sitting at home. Okay, you don't know when, but you know the season. And these guys are like pregnant women going around, sparring in the boxing gym, doing things not becoming of a woman that's pregnant. And so what's gonna happen is you're gonna be doing something foolish, and your water's gonna break. Okay? Then the panic is gonna set in. You ain't gonna be nowhere near a hospital. All right? That's how the destruction is coming, like as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. All right, and so we understand that this thing is pregnant. Okay, that's why we're watching and praying. That's why we cling to hope. Okay, our weapon is spiritual. Okay, we put up prayers and for the elect and curses on the wicked. Okay, it says, verse 4, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Okay, and so these people are in darkness just with just like Esau is. Okay, completely distracted, not knowing what's going on, and you're going to get overtaken. It says, verse 5: Ye are all the children of light, and the children of the day. We are not of the night, nor of the darkness. And this is why we're going to be the targets. Okay, it's an us versus them mentality, and that's how the Most High sees it as well. So all of you that don't know, that are just just aloof, okay, you don't know what side you're on. You're gonna get caught out there, because Esau isn't gonna look at you and have mercy on you. You got to be on his side or against him. And the Most High is the same way. Okay. And so what's gonna happen to you guys in the middle? You wishy-washy Israelites. You're gonna get caught out there. Okay. There was a precept that just came to mind and I lost it. Verse 6, it says, Therefore let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. All right. For they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love. You see? Not get AK-47s. All right. It says, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. Beautiful. Okay. That's all we need, man. But you have to have it. But y'all don't get it. What did he say in Romans? The elect have obtained it. Okay. Romans 11:7. What then? Israel hath not obtained that which he seeketh for. Okay. So this is a distinction between Israel and the elect. That means they're going to be Israelite camps that don't get it. Okay. They're going to be individuals in Israelite camps that don't get it. All right. So you have to be of the elect to be delivered out of this thing. It says, but the election hath obtained it, and the rest were blinded. That means the Lord didn't want you to get it. So if you're wandering around, what's going on, that you're blinded. Because at this point you should be able to clearly see this this chunky Edomite woman is bringing it out. She knows, with a septum ring and everything. All right. They got some cross references on that Isaiah 29, because there are plenty of precepts, especially in Job as well, that speak about the wicked. You know. Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, Isaiah 30. Forgot about that. Verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Okay, so y'all do the same thing that Esau does. Okay, you cover up your works of darkness. Okay, a lot of you need your browser history checked. Okay, you Alizar people. You know, every brother got things that they don't want people looking at. You know, but a lot of you are freaks. You know, a lot of you just are just wicked, man. Okay, and that's truthfully why you want to stay here, because this America gives you a covering. All right, the scriptures speak about the covering cast. America gives you a cover for wickedness, man. You can talk shit to your man. You can smack him in the supermarket and dare him to say something, because you know the outcome. If he puts hands on you in that place, you already know. And y'all wondering why men are leaving away from these women. Because see, you have a covering here. All right? And who gave you the covering? Okay? The serpent did. Because that's what a serpent is. Serpents are ambush predators, man. Okay? That's what they are. They're ambush predators. They don't just chase you down. They wait for you in a bush. Okay? And strike you. Look. This is some kind of fish or frog. Looks just like the rocks and coral at the bottom of the ocean. You know, alligators do the same thing. They look like a alligator. He'll look just like a log. He looks just like a log floating in the water, but it's not a log. You get close to him, he bites your head off, man. You know, ambush. Okay, you can type in the word lie in wait. Okay, we had laws against that, lying in wait. You know, they're speaking about murder, really. You know, fine. Yeah, Micah 7. The good man, Micah 7:2. The good man is perished out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. Okay, so upright men don't lie in wait. All right, you got a beef. You vocalize it. You verbalize it. Okay, and if it can't be resolved, then y'all can run the fade head up. All right. It says, continuing on, they all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net. All right. This is the spirit that Cain was in. Okay, the same spirit that Esau was in. All right, verse 3, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly, the prince asketh. All right, and so he wants strong men out of the way. That's why he pacified you. That's why he distracted you. That's why he fed you poison for generations. And he won't allow you to think for yourself, because he plans to do evil earnestly with both hands. Okay, it says, and I made that maybe the title of the lesson, you know, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. You know, because that's really what he wants. You think he's done evil now, you haven't seen half of what he wants to do. Okay, the prince asketh, and the judge asketh for a reward, and the great man, he uttereth his mischievous desire, so they wrap it up. Okay, so this is what they plan to do. Okay, what did Yahushua say? Let me hold this real quick. In Matthew 12, I believe. Matthew 12 and 29, or else how can one enter into a strong man's house and spoil his goods, except he first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his goods. All right. So this goes back to Micah 7:2. The good man perisheth out of the earth, and there is none upright among men. Okay. They all lie in wait for blood. They hunt every man his brother with a net, that they may do evil with both hands earnestly. Okay. There's a reason they lurk in the dark until they show their true face. Okay. And so what they really want to do, okay, Job 5 and 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. And they definitely have an enterprise. All right. You're in darkness if you think otherwise. You're in darkness if you think Donald Trump is trying to bring peace to the earth. Okay. If you think he's trying to make your life economically better, all right, that's stupid. You're completely deluded. Okay. The Lord Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. The counsel of the Lord Yahweh standeth forever. He thoughts of the hearts of all generations. Let me see. there's anything else on that. Oh, yep. Psalms 21 and 11. It says, this whole chapter, yeah, goes in. But I'll just go straight to the point. I got some lessons to crank out today. This is Psalms 21 and 11. It says, for they intended evil against thee. All right. They imagined a mischievous device. And what's that? All right. What's the mischievous device? Okay. Didn't the scripture say they be performing miracles? Miracles are going to sucker you in. But that miracle is going to be the bait. Okay. And when a fish sees bait, they not thinking about the hook. Okay. They just see the food and they go, ooh, and they go after it. And when that hook is in you, it's in you, okay? And that's how the charagma is going to be, okay? If you don't know what I'm alluding to or talking about. Revelation 13 and 16, all right? It says, which they are not able to perform. So the end is already written, man. All right? That means the elect, they're going to obtain it like the scripture said, and they're already written to overcome. All right, we're praying to be a part of that number. All right, verse 12. Therefore shalt thou take them, thou shalt make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. And the arrows are coming to this place. All right. It says, be thou exalted, O Lord Yahweh, in thine own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. Right. And we're going to have a new high holy day when this place is destroyed. We're going to pour up. Okay. And we're going to be able to do it big. You can't even, brothers past 35, and you can't even have a more than a couple of drinks, when you start feeling like bull, like BS, man, but that's okay, because this is the bitter part. Brothers were doing the lesson about the bitterness of the scriptures. This is the bitter part, okay? And the bitter part is almost over, okay? Anyway, ending it there. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rachak Shalom. Kwam Yasharal.